ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यां तन्न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः। देवाय तस्मै नमः। Okay, let's chant from 18. त्वमक्षरं परमं वेदितव्यम्
त्वमक्षरं परमं वेदितव्यम्
त्वमस्य विश्वस्य परं निधानम्
त्वमस्य विश्वस्य परं निदानम्
त्वमव्ययः शाश्वतधर्मगोप्ता
त्वमव्ययः शाश्वतधर्मगोप्ता
सनातनस्त्वं पुरुषो मतो मे
सनातनस्त्वं पुरुषो मतो मे
अनादिमध्यान्तमनन्तवीर्यम्
अनादिमध्यान् अनन्तवीर्यम्
अनन्तबाहुं शशिसूर्यनेत्रम्
अनन्तबाहुं शशिसूर्यनेत्रम्
पश्यामि त्वां दीप्तहुताशवक्त्रम्
पश्यामि त्वां दीप्तहुताशवक्त्रम्
स्वतेजसा विश्वमिदं तपन्तम्
स्वतेजसा विश्वमिदं तपन्तम्
द्यावा पृथिव्योरिदमन्तरं हि
द्यावा पृथिव्योरिदमन्तरं हि
व्याप्तं त्वयैकेन दिशश्च सर्वाः
व्याप्तं त्वयैकेन दिशस्व सर्वाः
दृष्ट्वाद्भुतं रूपमुग्रं तवेदम्
दृष्ट्वाद्भुतं रूपमुग्रं तवेदम्
लोकत्रयं प्रव्यथितं महात्मन्
लोकत्रयं प्रव्यथितं महात्मन्
अमीहि त्वां सुरसङ्घा विशन्ति
अमीहि त्वां सुरसङ्गा विशन्ति
केचिद्भीताः प्राञ्जलयो गृह्णन्ति
केचिद् भीता प्राञ्जलयो गृह्णन्ति
Swasti tyuktva maharshi siddha sanghaha
Swasti tyuktva maharshi siddha sangah
stuvanti tvam stutibih pushkalabhihi
stuvanti tvam stubih pushkalabhihi
rudraditya vasavo ye cha sadhyaha
Rudraditya vasavo ye cha sadhya
vishveshvinau marutaschoshmapascha
Vishveshvino Marutashosmapascha
gandharva-yaksha-sura-siddha-sanghaha
Gandharvayaksha Surasiddha Sangha
vikshante tvam vismitas-chaiva sarve
Vikshante Tvam Vismitashchaiva Sarve.
Yeah. So we are looking at this important chapter actually called Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga. And what we are beginning to see is that a particular imagery is presented in this adhyaya, in this chapter. And we have been thinking that somehow Krishna changed his form, like a new avatar. Already Krishna is an avatar. On top of this avatare, anyaha avatar. So one more avatar within this avatar. We've never heard this before. But this Vishwarupa Darshana seems like that. Another avatar, right? He's changing his form. And so one form in another form type of thing. Already one avatara not completed yet. And so we are seeing that it is not like that. It is not like Krishna has changed his form and shown something new to Arjuna. What Krishna has done is removed that raga, dvesha, and dehabhimana to a large extent, okay, by calling it divya chakshuhu, and thereby seeing the same world that was there, and which is now presented to us as Vishwarupa Darshanaha. Okay? That is the way we are beginning to understand this. And so that Vishwarupa Darshana is available for anybody at any time. But due to my own ajnanam, I'm not able to see that. And so here in this shloka, number 22, okay, Rudradityaha Vasavaha Yecha Sadhyaha. What Arjuna is saying is, not only I am getting this Vishwarupa Darshana, I am seeing many people getting this Vishwarupa Darshana. Tvam Vikshante Vismitaha, look at the last quarter. Tvam Vikshante. Vikshante. So in Sanskrit, the verb indicates the number also. In English, it's not like that. I see, you see, they see, we see, everything is see only. Present tense. Whether the we see or I see, both of see. So by using the word see, you can't say how many people are seeing, you can't say. But here, vikshante indicates plural already. Okay. So you can immediately ask, who all see? You can ask the question, who all see? Okay. So, sarve is going to say that sarve vikshante. Many people see, many see. Okay. Many. The answer cannot be aham vikshante or saha vikshante because that is singular. Aham and saha are not singular. So we can't. Okay. So therefore, now, vikshante, sarve vikshante, tvam vikshante. Many see you. Many see. And vismitaha cha eva. They are vismitaha. They are just struck with wonder and amazement. Correct? And so he is going to list all those people who are having this Vishwarupa Darshana. That means Sanjaya is a jnani also. Sanjaya is not listed here. Sanjaya is telling all these things. And so, or maybe here, Bhagavan Vacha, right? Yeah, this is, no, this is Arjuna Vacha, obviously. And so, so he is listing all these people who are having the same darshanam that Arjuna is getting. Okay. And who are those? So to some extent, we've seen these. Okay. Rudraha, Rudradityaha. Okay. We saw before this 33 groups of devatas. We saw sometime earlier when we looked at Rudranam Shankaras Chasmi. Okay. Vittesho Yaksha Rakshasam, like that in the 10th chapter, in the 23rd shloka. We saw that. We saw these Adityas and all came. So, and Rudras, etc. And so, Rudrana. So, these 33 groups of devatas are like this. Ekadasha Rudraha, so 11 Rudras, then Dwadasha Adityaha, 12 Adityas, then Ashta Vasavaha, Ashta Vasu, you say sometime. So, that 8 Vasus. We'll see all that again. And Ekaha Indraha, Ekaha Prajapati. If you add the numbers 12 plus 11 plus 8, that should be 31, plus Indra plus Prajapati is 33. 33 groups of devatas. Muppatti Mukkodi Devadaigal, like that they say. So 33 groups of devatas. All devatas that we know of are come under these 33 groups. Like that, there is a particular statement in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. So here again the Rudras are invoked, and Arjuna is saying Rudras are also mesmerized by this darshana. Okay. And these Rudras, Adityas, they're all different types of Swargavasis, we can say. Devatas, they're due to Punya, Punya Praptya, they also have Punya to hold such positions. Like cabinet ministers. They're all cabinet ministers. They're not MLAs and MPs. Okay, MLA, MP are not okay, local people. You can say hello to them. But cabinet ministers, more difficult. And then Prime Minister, Krishna is always there. Okay, President. And so these are all described here. Rudraha. Okay. And we saw the meaning there. Rutu Dravayati iti Rudraha. One who Rutu Dukkham. Rutu means Dukkham. Dravayati, one who takes away. One who melts away. Dukkham is Rudraha. That's one meaning of Rudraha. Okay, anyway, then Adityaha. So what about Rudraha? Rudraha, you should say Rudraha Tvam Vikshante. Correct? That is a verb there. Vikshante, last quarter. Vikshante Tvam. So Rudraha Tvam Vikshante. And here Rudra and Aditya are given together. So Adityaha, Dwadasha Adityaha, we saw that last time. Corresponding to each month in the 12-month year, the phase of the sun is different. The power of the sun is different. The purpose of the sun is different. We may not recognize it. And so that 12, there are 12 Adityas as it were. Aditehe Putram. Aditehe Apatyam Puman Adityaha. Adityas, the son of the children of Aditi. Okay, that's how the name comes. Okay, then we saw that in 10th chapter, 21st shloka, we saw that. Adityanamaham Vishnu, Jyotisham Raviram Shuman, like that. Marichir Maruta Masmi. Okay. So these are the people. Then Vasavaha. Vasavaha. Vasavo, it says there. Vasavo means Vasavaha. Due to Sandhi, it is Vasavo. So again, another group of devatas. Then Yeja Sadhyaha. Say Sadhya. The Visarga has to be put in there. Sadhyaha. Sadhyaha is another group of devatas. Sadhyaha. And then Vishwe. Vishwe is a short form for Vishwe Devaha. We in our mantras we have these devatas that we chant. Every day we chant. Puradi Sapta Vyahritinam Atri Bhrugu Kutsa Vashishta Gautama Kashyapa Angirasa Rishaya. Sapta Rishaya. Gayatri Vushnuku Anushtupu Brihati Pankti Trishtupu Jagatyas Chandam. See. So all this chandas. Chandas is a meter of the Veda. So they're all devatas for us. Then Agni Vayu Arka Vagisha Varuna Indra Vishwe Deva Devataha. We chant all this. As though the devatas are present in my body. They are, because all Shaktis are there in the body. So all devatas are there. I invoke these devatas. Then I begin to chant Gayatri Mantra. That is how this process works. So there, Vishwe Deva Devataha. Numerous, countless, Swami Paramatmanandaji says, countless devatas called Vishwe Deva. Group of devatas. Okay. Then Ashvinau, dual gender. Ashvinau. Ashvinaha, Ashvinau, Ashvinaha. So Ashwini Kumarau. Sometimes we say Ashwini Kumarau. So they are the devatas who are the presiding deity of well-being, including health, popularly health. So they're always there. Their presence gives well-being to the people around them, people whom they are blessing. And so this Nakula and Sahadeva, they are known to be children of this Ashwini Kumara. Okay? Like that it is said in the Mahabharata. Then Marutascha, and Marutas. Marutas are some 49 in number, they say, 49 in number. And so that's another group of devatas. Arjuna has seen all of them. So therefore, Jivya Chakshu. Normally you can't see Marut. But Arjuna says, I'm seeing all these devatas, they themselves are mesmerized by this whole show. Okay. And then Ushmapascha, Ushmapaha, Ushmapa. Ushmapa means Pitru Devatas. They are all Pitru Devatas. Pitrus means our ancestors. People who have given us what we have today. They are all called Pitrus. Okay. Pitaraha. Then Gandharva Yaksha Asura Siddha Sanghaha. Sanghaha, groups of, the group of devatas comprising of Gandharvas, Yakshas, Asuras also, and Siddhas. People who have all these, Siddhas, people with miraculous powers. Gandharvas. Gandharvas are in between. They may even be on earth. And they are musically inclined. Devas are called Gandharvas. Often that is the context in which they come. And one group of devatas, all these groups of devatas, right? Sangha. Okay, then what? Vikshante tvam vismitascha eva sarve. Is survey, all of them. Survey, not survey. That is a different survey. This is survey, Sanskrit survey. So, survey, these people, all these, Tvam Vikshante, they are looking at you. Vismayena, Vismitascha, wonderstruck, amazed. They're all saying, wow. Even their eyes are wide open like this. Okay? And so, Swami Paramatmananda, what is the advantage of Vishwarupa Darshan? You don't have to stand in line like you go to a temple, crowded, you have to stand in line. And in these days, they will ask you for ticket. Do you want 100 rupees ticket or 250 rupees ticket or 500 rupees ticket? And you say, what? What ticket is this? What for? No, you have to see God. You have to pay money. It's not free, And so then what's the difference between 500 and 50 rupees? And they will tell you something. Quietly, they will tell you. And then, so all this, you don't have to put up with all that. And you don't have to say, come on, sit down. Jaragandi. No, you don't have to do all these things. Ado, baito bhai, kya hua? We also have to see. not just you, sit down, move, auto, all this Nahare and all, we don't have to work. So he says, Swamiji says, all those problems will not be there with Vishwarupa Darshana. So, so I think we've covered all the words in this shloka. Let's translate this. Rudras, Adityas, Vasus. Rudras, Adityas, Vasus. Within brackets, if you want, you can put numbers. Take 11 Rudras, 12 Adityas, and 8 Vasus. Just for our own remembrance, recollection. So Rudras, Adityas, Vasus, Sadhyas, Vishwe Devas, the 2 Ashwins. The 2 is not in brackets, okay, because Ashwinau here it says. Mulam itself has 2. The 2 Ashwins, Maruts, Pitris. There is really no translation for all these words. Maruts, Pitris, groups of Gandharvas, Yakshas, Asuras, and Siddhas. Groups of Gandharvas, Yakshas, Asuras, and Siddhas are all looking at you. Wonderstruck or struck with wonder. Okay. Rudras, Adityas, Vasus, Sadhyas, Vishvedevas, the 2 Ashwins, Maruts, Pitris, groups of Gandharvas, Yakshas, Asuras, and Siddhas are all looking at you, struck with wonder. Next.
I'm here.
Oh, yeah. Rupam Mahatte Bahuvaktra Netram.
Rupam Mahate Bahuvaktra Netram.
Mahabaho Bahubahu Rupadam.
Mahabaho Bahu Bahu
Bahubahu Rupadam.
Bahubahurupadam.
Bahudaram Bahudamstrakaralam.
Bahudaram Bahudam Shrakaralam.
Drishtva Loka Pravyatithas Tathaham.
Drishtva Loka Pravyatitastah Taham.
Rupam Mahatte Bahuvaktra Netram.
Rupam Mahate Bahuvaktra Netram.
Mahabaho Bahu Rupadam.
Mahabaho Bahurupadam.
A lot of Bahus and Bahus they're coming. Yeah. Bahudaram Bahudamstrakaralam.
Bahudaram Bahudam Shrakaralam.
Drishtva Loka Pravyatithas Tathaham.
Drishtva Loka Pravyatitastataham.
Again, continuing that description, Arjuna is saying, his expression is now transitioning from wonder to bhaya, fear, from vismaya to bhaya. We'll see that shortly, okay? He's starting, he's saying, Te Rupam Mahat. So we'll see that. Okay. So this Vaktram and all is going to come again here. Okay. Maybe not here. So this phase, the Vaktram is going to talk about this phase. He's already said, right? Hutasha Vaktram. Deepta Hutasha Vaktram. Okay, all that he said. Many times he said, your face is like this blazing with fire, etc. And so that time, the element of time, Kalaha, Kalaha. Three things. Every attribute has, every object has three things. Three things that make it what it is. Three things that make it finite. What is that? Desha, Kala, and Vastu. Desha, Kala, and Vastu. Desha means space. Limited by space. When I point to an object, it is there at a particular place in the space. It occupies a particular position, X, Y, Z. Okay, in this 3-axis coordinate system. That occupies a particular space. So Desha, space-wise limited. Then Kala, time-wise limited. Desha, Kala. Kala is time-wise. That means what? It has a date of birth. Therefore, before that time, it was not there. After the date of birth onwards, it is there. Then after some time, it won't be there. So Kala, space-wise limited because space, and then time-wise limited because time is there, been going on and on. And so limited in the time axis also limited, in the space coordinates also limited. And not only that, and this book is also space-wise, time-wise limited, and this bottle also is space-wise, time-wise limited. But then they're limited in another way. This guy says, I am book. That means what? When he says I am bottle, the bottle is not book, the bottle is not laptop, the bottle is not table, the bottle is not house, the bottle is not tree, the bottle is not kangaroo, the bottle is not so many things. The minute the bottle says I am bottle, the bottle is implying I am not the so many countless things you know. I'm only bottle. That only bottle is called Vastu Parichedaha. Vastu Parichedaha means okay, Vastu Paricheda means object-wise limited also. Space-wise limited, time-wise limited, object-wise. Okay. So sometimes commentators will say, when they look at this face, F-A-C-E, okay, your face is like a blazing fire, etc. They will say it is Kala. Kala Pratika. So that means it symbolizes Kala, time, symbolizes time. And time, because face can be a compassionate look also will be there, or you can have an angry look also, angry look. And so that face, time is compassionate to me, good times. Everything is good. How are you? Everything is good, going well, very well. How are you? Things, I'm going through a bad patch. Bad patch. Have you heard that phrase? I've heard it before. Bad patch. They say, very interesting usage. That tells a lot. Bad patch. And so, therefore, these two patches are there all the time. And so this face sometimes represents this Kala and Kala. So Kala can have then the creation. There is a time for creation. There is a time for sustenance. There is a time for resolution. Also part of time only. All Jananam, Sthitihi, and Maranam. It's all there. So here, so look at that. So you can say face, F-A-C-E. It strikes me that with this explanation, we can say FACE is like P-H-A-S-E. Okay, phase. Both are phases. One is this phase, the other is the phase. What phase is going on right now? Okay, and so here he's going to shortly start talking about this Ugra Rupa Shiva phase. So that resolution, fearsome. Okay, that destruction strikes fear in all of us. Okay, so that phase he's going to be talking about. Okay, and you know, if we don't pay attention, we say things like, I was born, I am now living, and my age is so and so. And after some time, somebody else will say, this guy is gone. I am not alive to say I'm gone. But somebody else will say, this guy was, not is, it became was. Suddenly it became was. And I was not there to see my was. I won't be there. And the interesting thing is this. I say I am alive. But then I was born then, I'm the same, that same me only is today that I was born. My parents say, yeah, he's the same guy. My son only he is. And I say, yeah, they are my parents. I validate them. But then, just if you look at your own body, the cells are constantly dying and born. And the other day I said, remember that red blood, I think it's red blood cells, I'm not sure now, but it seems these RBCs, they're also dying in millions every day. And within 4 months, the entire RBC cells are died and new cells replaced by new cells. Entire. That means the RBC content of this body today was not there 4 months ago. Not there. And like this, I think every cell in the body is like that. Brain cell is the only cell they say does not die. I don't know why it is like that. It's very interesting. I would like to know why it is like that. Is that because that memory and all is a function of the cell, and if the cell dies away, the memory is lost? What's amazing about these neurons? It's so amazing it is. But anyway, the doctors can help us understand these things. But the body is not changing completely. The skin is not the same skin it was last year. It's all gone. The skin is falling every day. And skin is also growing, I suppose. What about hair? What about hair? This hair was not there 6 months ago. Of course, some people don't have hair on their head, so they don't have to think about all these problems. But people with some hair will have to think about all these things. And so our hair is also falling. So it's all changing. The whole body is constantly changing. Constant means constant. And yet I say I'm alive and this and that. So therefore that itself should give me a clue. That should give me a clue that this body, I am not this body. Correct? I am not this body. Which body? Last year's body you are, or this year's body, or 50 years back body? Is that what you, if you say 50 years back body, it's gone. That body doesn't exist now. This is a new body you have. We are constantly having new bodies, avatars. Okay. So therefore, that death and all is happening in the body right now. So maybe I should meditate on that. Even as I'm meditating, I'm constantly dying. Some parts of me are constantly dying. For my own good, it's dying. I think that can change my view on things. Okay. So therefore, Swamiji is saying, oh, can I deal with death? He's asking. When somebody else dies, we will quote, Na jayate mriyate va kadachit. Oh, Atma is not born. Atma will not die. Sukha dukkhe same kritva. Please don't be sad. We advise others, please don't be sad. Good, that advice is important. Sukha dukkhe same kritva. Labha labha jaya jayo. We say Krishna said all these things. There must be some sense in all these statements. Like that we say. But can I deal with my own death? It's a question we all have to ask. And even our death, sometimes we say, let God take me away. take me. That thought comes at some point. And then, but our near and dear, even if I may be saying I want to die, but the people around me, if they pass away, then I will become sad. Because I'm going to wish well for others for sure. And so all these things are there. And so, therefore, birth is there means death is going to be there. So these contradictory attributes are there in Vishwarupa. Vishwarupa will have contradictory attributes. And hunger, fullness, day, night will be there. Health, disease, ill health. Okay? All this have to go together. Sukham, dukkham. Dvandva. Our Krishna will use the word dvandva for these things. Raga, dvesha. All these opposites will be there. All these contradictory. Swami is saying, if I look at these as opposite attributes, opposites, and if I think of them literally as opposites, I will have fear. Whereas if I think of them as complementary means, hey, this is how it's going to be. If I'm well today, after some days, I may catch a cold virus. I should not be shocked if I get a cold. I should not be shocked if I get a flu. If I'm shocked, then what is this? I have to tell myself. And so, therefore, looking at them as complementary. That's what it is. I can enjoy health because health is also possible, very much possible. Okay. And so whenever I enjoy health, good health, I take the time to appreciate this Shurupa Darshana. And so Swamiji was saying that try not to look at them as opposites. They are opposites, they have opposite attributes, but they are complementary. Complementary means they coexist. Coexist. Correct? And so otherwise, what will happen? God is compassionate. Yani kani cha papani janmantara kritani cha tani tani vinashyantu pradakshina pade pade anyatha sharanam nasti tvameva sharanam mama tasmat karunya bhavena. We bring in karunya everywhere. Karunya means compassion. Passion. Shuklam Baradaram Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasanna Vadanam Dhyayet. I'm meditating on this Ganesha or Vishnu, as the case is, who is wearing all these white clothes and who has Prasanna Vadanam, means whose face is cheerful. We all need a cheerful face. God cannot be angry. If God is angry, then I'm finished. And so, Prasanna Vadanam. So you are Prasanna Vadanam. You are Karuna Murti. Saumyam Saumya Guna Petam Tambudam Pranamamyaham. So Saumyam, you have pleasing attributes. Okay. And what happened to you? You have these attributes, other side also. Like that, Arjuna is thinking here. I didn't realize all this. Okay. If I knew all this, I would not have asked for this. And so therefore he says here, Rupam Mahat Te. Te means yours. Te Rupam Mahat. Your form is large, big, infinite, immeasurable. Mahat. Te Rupam Mahat. Wonderful also, interpreted as wonderful form, grand form, nothing grander than this can anyone see. And Bahu Vaktra Netram. Okay. Bahu Vaktra Netram. Again here, countless, many faces and eyes. We've seen this before. Okay. Then Bahu Kuru Padam. There is a way to split this. Bahu means arm. And Bahu is many. Okay, this is not daughter-in-law Bahu. Okay, this is Sanskrit Bahu. In Hindi, I don't know Bahu. Bahut Bahut bolte hai na. So bahut is there. That bahut is this bahu. Bahu, bahu, uru. Uru means thigh. Uru is thigh. 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 And then padam, feet. Okay. And all this is the imagery. So countless faces, feet, thighs, all these things I see that I know that I already see even before the Vishwarupa, I've seen it. But I never saw it this way. I never saw it this way. All hands and legs are all your own. And that whole cosmos is you. I never knew that. Okay. And that is Nataraja's dance in Chidambaram. That's what I see here right now. That is the cosmic dance. Everything is in harmony. It's all clicking. Every leaf that is shaking is all you. One form that's just ticking, just throbbing with life. Okay. Bahu, bahu, uru, padam, bahu, udaram. Many stomachs. Okay. Udaram. Every belly that I see is your belly. Okay. Okay, this is all fine. Now the scary part is coming. Scary part. Bahu damshtra karalam. Okay. Karalam means teeth. Teeth. Damshtra means protruding. Just projecting, extending. Damshtra karalam. Extending teeth like tusks. They are just protruding out. They stand out among others. Okay. And at least the tiger and all will have only 2 canine teeth, 2 teeth on top or 2 teeth at the bottom. How, how the Srishti is so amazing. They need that teeth. And why can't they have same teeth everywhere? We don't know. And so, tiger has only 2 teeth. But here, bahudam strakara. Therefore, it is very scary. Therefore, it is scary. And he's going to say that Drishtva lokaha, people, the entire people, all the beings of this world. Okay, Drishtva, having seen that, okay, pravyatitas tataham. Pravyatitaha. They are afraid. They're fearful. They've become afraid. Pravyatitaha. At least in a movie, I can simply duck my face or I can close my eyes and say, oh, this is. Close my ears also. Possible. Because it's just more sound and everything, has to come. They have to somehow create a sensation. And so you just do this. And then slowly turn around. Is it over? Is the scene all right? Over. And then, now you can open your eyes. Then you can open it. But here, I don't think Arjuna had that kind of option. And so he's saying, Pravyatitaha. And we saw that in the 20th shloka. If you look at this chapter, 20th shloka, second half, Drishtva Adbhutam, Rupam Ugram Tavedam, Lokatrayam Pravyatitam. He already has used the word Pravyatitam. Lokatrayam Pravyatitam. It is 3 worlds. All 3 worlds are afraid when they see this kind of a Ugra Rupam, like that he said there. Okay? He's already indicated this transitioning to fear. From 24 onwards, from 23 onwards, it's all going to be like this. And so people are frightened. And then what? Pravyatitaha. Okay, then what? Tatha aham. So also, I am frightened. I'm frightened. Pravyatitaha. So also I'm frightened. So it's like, he doesn't say I am frightened. He says everybody's frightened and I'm also frightened. Slowly, shy to say I am frightened. Like this, Ashwatthama, Hataha, says Yudhishthira. And Drona hears it and he is devastated. My son has died. Ashwatthama Hataha. And quietly he says, Kunjaraha. So that elephant, Ashwatthama died, which Drona does not hear. And so, like that here, Prabhyatitaha yataham. I'm also afraid. So that's what Swamiji says. And so he gives another example. They are all serving payasam, some kheer that you like. They already served one round. Then you look at this person. Hey, you finished payasam? Come on. Serve him payasam, some payasam. Then they come here. And then you hope they will ask you also, and say, okay, just put a little bit. So like that, Swamiji is giving that example. And so that is how it is. This is a transition to this Bhayanaka, this phase. Okay? So let's translate this shloka. Hey Bhagavan. Okay. People are frightened by seeing your huge form. People are frightened by seeing your huge form, which has many mouths and eyes. Okay, which has many mouths and eyes, comma, which has many arms, thighs, and feet. Which has many arms, thighs, and feet, which has many abdomens, and which is fierce with many tusks. Or many canine teeth, whichever way, and which is fierce with many tusks, semicolon. So also am I. Or so also I am within brackets frightened. So also am I. Full stop. Hey Bhagavan, people are frightened by seeing your huge form, which has many mouths and eyes, which has many arms, thighs, and feet, which has many abdomens, and which is fierce with many tusks. Semicolon or full stop, I suppose. So also am I. Or so also I am frightened. Frightened within brackets. Okay, next one. Nabhasprusham
नभस्पृशं
दीप्तमनेकवर्णं
दीप्तमनेकवर्णं
व्यात्ताननं दीप्तविशालनेत्रम्
व्यात्ताननं दीप्तविशालनेत्रं
दृष्ट्वा हि त्वां प्रव्यथितान्तरात्मा
दृष्ट्वा हि त्वां प्रव्यथितान्तरात्मा
धृतिं न विन्दामि शमं च विष्णो
धृतिं न विन्दामि समं च विष्णो
नभस्पृशं दीप्तमनेकवर्णम्
नभस्पृशं दीप्तमनेकवर्णं
व्यात्ताननं दीप्तविशालनेत्रम्
व्यात्ताननं दीप्तविशालनेत्रम्
दृष्ट्वा हि त्वां प्रव्यथितान्तरात्मा
दृष्ट्वा हि त्वां प्रत्यतितान्तरात्मा
धृतिं न विन्दामि शमं च विष्णो
धृतिं न विन्दामि समं च विष्णो
So here also, he's going to use that word. Pravyathita, he's going to say that. So that's going to come. That is the theme of these shlokas. So he says, first he says, Nabhasprisham Deeptam Aneka Varna. And Nabaha. sky. Sprusham, touching the sky. Your form is just extending all the way up. Okay, Nabhasprusham. In Vishnu Sahasranama, Sudhanva Khanda Parashudravino, Sudhanva Khanda Parashudravino, Pradaha, Divasprik Sarva Digvyaso, Vachaspatirayo Nijaha, like that. So Divasprik, same thing. Nabasprik, same thing, sprik. So in first case it is sprik, kakaranta. Actually, shakaranta is the sprish, is the pratipadikam, base form. Okay? Like sprisha, sprisha, drishya, drishya. There also you have that. Divasprik and then sarvadrik. Sarvadrik there is. Sarvadrik vyaso. Vachaspatir ayonijaha. So sarvadrik. First case. Second case becomes drisham. I'm seeing that. So Vishnu is sarvadrik. I am seeing Vishnu. If I say sarvadrisham pashyami, here nabhasprusham pashyami, like that it will come. Here it says navindami. He's going to use the verb later. Okay? Drishtva, nabhasprusham drishtva is going to come. Having seen this form, which is extending all the way to the sky, right? And then deeptam, blazing, effulgent, brilliant, okay, unmistakably clear. Okay, deeptam, burning, aneka varnam, many colors. I know all colors. VIBGYOR, like that we learned in school, and all colors in between also. Okay, and the aneka varnam, all kinds of colors are there, and then. So it's not just pure white light, no. So it's aneka varnam, and then vyattananam, vyattananam. So ananam, face, like dashananam, 10 faces. Ravana is called dashanam. Yes, 10 faces are 10 heads are there. And gajananam, one whose face is that of an elephant. Okay, that is the gajanam. Gajaha, gajasya ananam yasya saha. One whose face is that of an elephant. That is gajanam. Okay, so here vyattananam. So vyattam, look at that. Vyattam. Vyattam means prasaritam, vistritam, expanded. One whose face is very big. Face is very big. Vyattananam. That is how he's describing Krishna's face. Okay, or fully open also. Fearful. And the face, the mouth. Ananam can here mean mouth, and Vyattananam means open mouth, implying danger, potential danger. Okay. Yeah, I see all kinds of people getting crushed. He's going to say later also. Duryodhana is getting crushed. Bhishma is getting crushed. Like that he's going to say later. Okay. So open mouth. Slowly he's coming towards that. Okay. And earlier in the 19th shloka is already said. Deepta hutasha vaktram. Already said that. So that face is already as fire inside. Deep, blazing fire. Vaktram, face, like that is said in that mouth. Okay, then look at this. Deepta Vishala Netram. Deepta Vishala Netram. And so, Netram, eyes, is Vishala, broad, big, and Deeptam, blazing. Okay, shining. And in 19th shloka is already said, Shashi Surya Netram. And come, so this Shashi and Surya, moon and sun, I consider them to be the eyes, like that is said. So obviously, Deeptam, Vishalam, and then Drishtva Hitvam Pravyatitantaratma. Drishtva, having seen this kind of form, Pravyatitantaratma. Antaratma, my innermost self is afraid, is shaking, trembling with fear. my innermost self. That is the meaning of this Atma here. Antaratma means what? I'm frightened. I think we have to translate this. I'm frightened to the core. They say, and they could to the core. I think that to the core is this. Okay, Antaratma. Yeah. Not really afraid. Maybe you can say. Okay. And then Tritimna Vindani. Tritimna Vindani. Triti is courage. I can't muster any courage. Okay. I'm shaking. I'm beginning to panic here. Okay. Shamam cha Vishnu. Neither can I have a calm mind. Shama means calmness of the mind. And neither can I enjoy a calm mind. Hey Vishnu, you are Vishnu, he calls here. Okay? And so that is his explanation of this Shrupa in this shloka. Let's translate this shloka here. Indeed, comma, he, there is a he there. Indeed, I am frightened at heart by seeing you. Indeed, I am frightened at heart by seeing you who is touching the sky. By the way, okay, who's touching the sky? This Indian Air Force, the motto, the tagline is what? Nabas Prisham Deepam, 1959. The president was Rajendra Prasad. So he had signed that, proved that motto for the Indian Air Force. Very beautiful tagline, is it not? What beautiful. Nabas Prisham Deep. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna's words. Okay. So you who is touching the sky, comma, who is brilliant with many colors, whose mouths are wide open, and who has large fiery eyes, comma, or semicolon, I do not find courage or composure. O Vishnu, indeed, I am frightened at heart by seeing you who is touching the sky, comma, who is brilliant with many colors, comma, whose mouths are wide open, comma, and who has large fiery eyes, semicolon. I do not find courage or composure, comma, O Vishnu. Continue in the next. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
धन्यवाद।